Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Ensemble Donning Pendant, 1345-15. You can also use this in an entry hall. You can use this in a stairway. Lots of places to use it. Let's get into details. So when we talk about the body of the fixture, we are talking about the bottom of the fixture to where the telescoping rods start. And that's going to be the body. And that's 17.6 inches tall, so it's about yay big. 35 inches in diameter, so this is a pretty good size. This is using 12 sockets. It's going to throw a ton of light. You want to make sure you put it on a good dimmer, and we'll go over that in a second too. So when we add these telescoping rods, if you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a patent on this whole telescoping rod idea. There's a little set screw right here. This is called the clutch. It's going to come with a little tool, just like this guy. It's going to tighten that up once you get this to where you want it to be. Remember, it's going to go up and down. And that's going to give you 3 different ranges you can choose from on a pull-down menu over on the right-hand side of your screen. See it up there? Pull. It's going to say choose your length or choose your adjustable range. So now we're talking about the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling, and that's called the overall height. So that's incorporating everything. So this is starting off at 25.6 at the shortest range at its shortest. That means it's very short ceiling friendly, which is awesome. That short's going to go from 25.6 to 31.7. The standard is going to go from 31.8 to 42.4. Long is going to be 41.9 to 63.5. If you want this to be shorter than my short, let's say you want to come down from the ceiling shorter than 25 inches or longer than the long, just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and tell me what you're looking for. I take that information, I send it over to Hubbardton Forge to the customs department. It circles back to me, I send it to you. A little more time, a little more money, non-returnable for customs, but we do customs every day. So in this whole telescoping rod idea and canopy, I want to show you more details on that. Over on the right-hand side of your screen again, scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Click that. It's going to open a big PDF, and those are the drawings and the parts list and the installations instructions that are going to be in the box for this. Has some great drawings of this whole setup, how it all works. It's going to show you how this all goes together. It's going to show you the 5-inch round canopy that goes on your ceiling. It'll show you how it goes over your 4-inch junction box, just like this guy. It's going to show you this is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right here. It's going to allow this to bend just like that. So if this is your slope, it's going to go onto your junction box just like that, and it's anywhere up to 45 degrees, so you're basically covered that way. Awesome piece. So after that, why don't we talk about lamping? So like I said, you've got 12 sockets. I think that's probably the most of any Hubbardton Forge fixture. This would be great in some commercial applications where you guys really need a lot of light when you need it, like in a hotel or restaurant, and then put it on a dimmer, and then you can dim it down and make it really soft. So it's going to be using these medium-base porcelain sockets. Takes just a regular screw-in light bulb. If you want to do incandescent bulbs, the old kind incandescent, you're limited to 60 watts max in each of these 12. If you guys want to go LED, there's no limit, and it's really just the bulb you want to put in. The recommended bulb size is an A19. I wouldn't probably do this one because you remember the glass is clear. We'll talk about that in a second. So I want to look at a pretty bulb. And there are lots of pretty bulbs out there. There are these cool Edison ones. This one is a phosphorus one. It kind of mimics these Edison ideas, the clear, and it's dimmable, and you can find these in any hardware store. So there's no limit when you get into the LEDs because they just don't draw a lot of electricity, nor do they make a lot of heat, and heat is always that big limit when they talk about wattage. So that takes care of that. Let's talk about glass. So it's going to be using a clear piece of hand-blown glass, and you see the nice little kind of swirl pattern that kind of comes down on it. Great piece. That's going to be the glass. You're going to be able to see through it, so make sure you put in that bulb that we talked about a second ago. And that's it for glass. So that just leaves us with finish. So metal finishes. Over on the left-hand side of your screen, in the red tabs, is a finishes help guide. Give that a click for me. At the top of that page is a video of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how it can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart down below. Scroll down, you see a chart with all the finishes on it. I'm going to be talking about that chart. So check out the chart, go back, watch the video, bounce back down to the chart again, get yourself very familiar with their finishes. When you're done with that, go back to that chart. You can click on any of those finishes and a bigger window will pop up with samples of whatever you guys just clicked on. There you go. So I think that kind of covers basically all the big things on this. We talked about canopy, we talked about adjustable range, we talked about lamping, we talked about finishes, and we talked about glass, and that kind of covers basically everything. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There is no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No other dealer does that. Some bigger items, we'll always note it on our site, generally big things on pallets, and custom stuff do not come back, and we'll tell you about that way ahead of time too, so there's no surprises. We also have a clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal, and it's showroom samples, returns, and discontinued things. You have to come here to use it. It's part of our showroom. Our showroom has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors, and we have a what's on display page for our showroom back in the red tabs again, so check that out. It'll show you everything that's here. We are constantly adding to that, so if there's something that you want to see and you don't see it in that list, drop me a quick email and I can check into it for you. Our email address is sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. You can always call us 802-446-2400, and I'm here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Showroom's open from 11 to 6 every day except Sunday. Always important to know. We also offer a rush program. So Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all these different finishes and adjustable ranges to play with. It takes generally 3 to 4 weeks in production time before shipping, and we can cut that time in half, and it's really inexpensive. So again, drop a quick email and I can tell you more about that. Okay? So anything that you guys want to know that I haven't gone over today, let me know, and thanks for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.